The changes on campus are going to start from inside. It's going to start with the students. Question the culture, challenge the culture, look at what's coming at you and think about it. It's time to wake up. My name is Cindy Pierce. I'm the author of Sexploitation: Helping Kids Develop Healthy Sexuality in a Porn-Driven World. I am a social sexuality educator. The reason I say social is because I am not a scientist. I speak to students and I speak to parents, educators, and coaches from purely a social perspective. I am the seventh child of 7 children, big rambling family. Great position to be in, number 7, learning so much from all the big kids. And this is really where my first panel of wise women began, was in my own living room. And I'm telling you, I was privy to the chats. They talk about pregnancy and birth and miscarriages and boobs and bras and menstrual cycles and hair removal, you name it. I got a lot of information. Over the last 11 years, I've been talking to kids, college students, openly about sexuality, and I didn't intend to be doing that. I stumbled into it because I realized, wow, kids don't know as much as I assumed they would with access to the internet. I think the biggest issue for kids today is feeling enough, feeling adequate. Because when they are sitting in front of their computer screen, they have access to so many people through social media and the internet, and they get this constant message that if they use this product, and if they did that, and if they went there, and if they had money, they could be, they should be, they would be. And to make kids feel better about themselves, they need perspective, and that's where parents and coaches and teachers come into play. The average age a boy looks at porn is about 11 and a half years old. And the thing is, they tried to do a study of college men who don't look at porn, and they couldn't find a study group. As parents, it's totally overwhelming to imagine what our kids are taking in, and we can't control it. And we wish we could, but we can't. So we need to prepare our kids to help navigate all these influences and these pressures from the culture and from their peers. So that means getting informed and informing our kids. So talking to the kids early and often about sexuality, and it's not one talk. We still hear this, the talk thing. This is about one conversation followed by another conversation, and they're not going to go well. It's going to be awkward. You're going to fall on your face. You're going to say the wrong thing, use the wrong term, do it all the time, still doing it. Backpedal yourself out of there, get back to what you meant to say, revisit it, see what they understand, see what they know. When I talk to high school students, I talk about all the things they're going to encounter in college, but many of them are already encountering, beginning in about sophomore year in high school. Kids are deep into the pressures around the hookup culture, around drugs and alcohol, even before in many places. I feel like high school students feel a great relief when I give them that there's another way to do it, that they can avoid some of these behaviors and they can pick a different route. Okay, so now the hookup. It's this completely accepted thing, considered now a rite of passage, and people think it's no big deal. They love to frame it that it's just meaningless sex. It's just, it's a way to relieve stress, whatever. No sex is meaningless. Doesn't matter how you frame it. It has an impact on you physically and emotionally. Sex is vulnerable. Sex puts you're not just naked, you are emotionally naked. You are putting yourself out there. I remember when I asked 15 guys here at Dartmouth, this was years ago, I said, I'd like to come ask you guys some questions. And they're like, wait till this guy gets here. You gotta wait, because he's the guy. He taught us everything. Like, he gets laid all the time. When I talk to college students, I answer questions that they can't ask anybody else. They feel like they're old enough and that they're smart enough that they should be able to figure it out. So I come in and I don't even ask them if they know this or not. I just lay it down. The most common questions I get, I'm reaching them right where they are developmentally, what they're dealing with socially, and the gratitude is enormous. I wrote the book Sexploitation: Helping Kids Develop Healthy Sexuality in a Porn-Driven World, because I think it's important as parents and educators and coaches to give kids the tools so that they can self-regulate what they consume from the culture and that they're more discerning about what they take in. We can't control what they view, but we can control what they do with what they view. And when they really examine what they're looking at, that's going to translate to better and healthier decisions in their social and sexual lives. And I'm going to leave you with a quote by Brené Brown from Daring Greatly. And she says, If we share our stories with someone who responds with empathy and understanding, shame cannot survive. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you.